Hello everybody, thank you for tuning in to another cup of tech. It's been so long, it feels like it's been such a long time since I've done a show. I missed last week because I was at the HTC One launch. Now I have to attend these things because it gives me an insight on what the products are like, but sometimes I make sacrifices and have to miss the show. But what can I tell you about the HTC One event? Fantastic. I really got my hands on the device. I'll be honest, when it first launched, I kind of thought it looked like the BlackBerry Z10, but when you actually start to look at it and have a good feel of it, you know it's definitely not a BlackBerry whatsoever. Really nice phone, felt great in the hand, great quality construction, like a single piece of aluminium. Some cool features like it's got two front-facing speakers, which is awesome for if you're going to be gaming or watching movies on the device. The camera on it's called ultra pixel camera and stuff like that, which is only actually 4 megapixels, but the images look fantastic on it, and the actual technology they've built into the editing software, like object removal and stuff like that, so you can remove people from your pictures, that's really cool as well. It's got an infrared sensor, so you can actually use it to change channels on your TV, control your DVD player and so on. That's handy. And it looks like a good phone. I'm actually really excited to get my hands on a review unit, to have a good play. A 1080p screen, the screen looks fantastic. Good event, really loved it, but I've got stacks more news to get through, so the next one. Google Glass, a product which I'm so hyped about. I'm seriously losing my mind about it. I want it so badly. Now, I can't have one, but people could have had one. They actually offered it to people to apply and try out, like a competition, to get a pair of Google Glasses. Now what that meant was you had to create like a 15-second video or a tweet or something like that to try and win a pair, and if you won, you then had to go to Google, pay $1,500 and then collect a pair of Google Glass. $1,500 for a trial product. That's expensive. Well, I didn't apply. You had to be in the US to apply anyway. I'm sure we're going to start seeing a lot more content from people now that these products will get into people's hands. It's going to get really interesting. It's been so long that actually even the PlayStation 4 was announced. That's how long it's been. They didn't announce that much stuff. They sort of showed us some new games which are coming out. They showed us the new controller, which has a touchpad built into it. It's got a share button, so you can actually sort of live stream your gameplay onto the internet. People can watch you play, you can get hints and tips from each other. Interesting sort of concepts that they're coming out with. They're sort of talking about the extended screen now, so you can use, you know, a tablet as a second screen. They're talking about taking your gameplay from the PlayStation to your PlayStation Vita, so you can effectively turn the TV off and go to bed and continue playing the game from your Vita, but it's actually still running on the console. You see what I'm saying? So some cool stuff coming. They didn't show us the actual console itself, so that was kind of the biggest surprise. That at the end of it, it was like, and that's the end of the show. No console. It was like 2 hours. I spent about 2 hours of my time watching this event. All I wanted to see was what the console looked like. I wanted to know more about the device itself. All I saw was a bunch of game trailers and a new controller. Not that impressed. Needs to be big. So the next time you guys speak, Sony, make this one count. Speaking of Sony, Sony released or announced a tablet, the Xperia Z Tablet. They've also got an Xperia Z phone, but obviously similar name, but one's a tablet, one's a phone. This one's a 10-inch device. It has an amazing screen, super high-res screen. It's waterproof. It's dust resistant. It's got an infrared sensor as well, so you can actually change channels on your TV with that. It's got some really neat features that I think are going to make this one impressive to use. Now, one of the things they showed in the ad was actually using it in the bath. So the guy's sitting there in the bath reading an ebook with his Xperia Z tablet. Kind of awkward to watch. But, looks like a really good device. I really want to try this one out. The last tablet I bought was the Motorola Zoom. I'm now using the new iPad. Really impressed with the iPad compared to the Zoom. Obviously it's been a big gap, but anyway, this one looks impressive. I don't want to take it in the shower or anything like that. I kind of reserve those things just for alone time. But anyway, that tablet looks really neat. Check it out on the website, some impressive stats. And speaking of tablets, another one was announced by HP. HP released the Slate 7. Now HP tried doing tablets before, running WebOS, and it sucked. They ended up going to a fire sale and it just all fell apart. This one, the Slate 7, they're running Android now. So they've kind of admitted that, you know, they kind of didn't make the best decision with WebOS. running Android, it kind of is going to compete with the Nexus 7. There's a price gap of $30 between the two. The Nexus 7 is a little bit more expensive, but what you get in the Nexus 7 is a lot better compared to what you get in the Slate 7. So you can check it out on the website. I compare it with the iPad mini and the Nexus 7, and it kind of loses almost every category except for price. But when you look at price, it's only $30. So why am I still talking about it? And another tablet announcement, actually, no wait, it's not a tablet. Samsung, I nearly said Sony again. Samsung have announced the Galaxy Note 8. Now what that is the Galaxy Note 2, which is a 5.5-inch device, in an 8-inch device. So it's a phone. It's actually a phone. You can make and receive calls on this device. So that is a big unit. I don't have anything around me that I can demonstrate with, but this is what it looks like with a Note 2 to your ear. So a Note 8, it's a lot bigger. And it's really interesting. I don't know who's really going to be buying it, but I put one use case into it and I've been proved wrong by a couple of ladies already. I think it appeals to women. So say for example you're a female and you carry a handbag, and in your handbag is your iPad and your phone, because you need both, because you need them for different reasons. Well, imagine if you kept the Note 8 in your bag and had a Bluetooth headset. That would mean that you've got an effective tablet plus a phone, and you wouldn't even have to take the phone out of your pocket to look silly with. You could just use it with a Bluetooth headset. That would make sense to me because I'm now carrying one device instead of carrying two. I actually think that that will be the market. Some people I've run it by have said, no, that's a silly idea. I would never carry a phone that big. I could be wrong. It could just be a complete flop, but I think it's interesting. The other thing I'm concerned about is Samsung releasing a different device in every inch size. I think there's just so many Samsung devices now, it's kind of scary. Maybe one less would be good at some time. Oh, and speaking of Samsung, they've announced their release date for they've announced a date for the Galaxy S4 announcement. It's going to be in about 2 weeks' time, and it's going to be very, very interesting, from New York, which is interesting. It's kind of like Apple's home ground, and who knows what they're going to release. I don't know yet. I'm guessing it's going to be comparable to the HTC One, 1080p screen, some cool whiz-bang features on the inside. Who knows? But I'll obviously tell you all about it when that happens, which is a couple of weeks from now. Here is one that I couldn't wait to talk to you guys about. I wrote it up as soon as I read about it. It's on the website. A company or a product called MYO, M-Y-O, have released this wristband. So it's going to be like a wristband that comes on, not on your wrist, this is not your wrist, on your arm. And you wear it, and it's a Bluetooth device. And it actually senses muscle movement and physical movement. Now what it then does is turn that into actions on your computer. So you'll see in the video clip, a guy like does this, and that adjusts the volume. However you configure it, right? You can do this, and that might change slides or skip songs or do anything. It could do anything that you want, depending on how you program it on your computer. And that freaks me out. That is so cool. It's basically me, from where I'm sitting, my computer is about a meter in front of me. You can just imagine me going, next story, I want to talk about that story now. Really cool. I'm thinking about it in so many other ways. I want to pair it to like my Bluetooth headphones, because what I want to then do is, as I'm running, pair it to my phone, which is paired to my Bluetooth headphones and my MYO, and as I'm running, if I don't like that song, I'm just going to go, next song, up volume, and yeah, I'll look a bit silly as I'm running, but so cool. So huge potential in that. 150 bucks, you can pre-order it now, $150. Can't wait to see what it comes out around the end of the year, they're saying. I'm probably going to have to invest the cash because it looks too cool to avoid. It's kind of changing things big time. Check it out, MYO. Also, for those who follow me on Facebook, like the Not Analog page on Facebook, I announced today that I've got a giveaway. I do, this is awesome. Ferrari by Logic 3 headphones have provided me with a pair of headphones to give away. I currently use Logic 3 headphones. I really, really love them. I use them all the time when I'm sitting at my desk, and I travel with them and things like that. Anyway, the pair I'm giving away, the S100s, look them up online. It's a white pair. They look awesome. They're earbud headphones. They retail for 165 bucks, something like that. So they're not cheap. They're very good quality headphones. I love my pair of Logic 3 headphones, not just because I'm a Ferrari fan, but the actual sound quality is very good as well, and I'm excited to give away a pair. So how am I going to do it? It's not going to be through comments on the video. Shoot me an email. The address will be on screen. Shoot me an email. Keep it brief, like 25 words or something, why you want it, what you're gonna do with them, how are you gonna, why these ones, why do you care? Just something, you know, I need something from you about a compelling reason why you should be the person who gets these beautiful headphones. That's it. There's no, you know, share, like, do this, do that, jump through a hoop. No, shoot me an email and I'll reply, probably regardless, because I think you're awesome if you watch my show, so you'll get a reply from me and say hello. Thanks again for watching, guys. I'll give these away next week, so if you enter, make sure you watch next week's show, I'll tell you about it, and then I'll just email you and say you've won. It's so much easier than trying to hunt you down through Facebook or Twitter or whatever. So shoot me an email, enter this competition, it's for you. Thanks guys, we'll see you next week, bye.